So these are the two dudes from the other video, but as y'all can see, I know this is just a joke, but they're like looking down on the dude with the Nike tech. They are dressed business casual and, you know, they feel better. Similar to how a lot of white people look down on black culture and think that black culture is bad. Do y'all kind of get where I'm going?
Did someone lace your weed, or did you forget that we're back with another video? Okay, so this quarter zip trend. The Nike Tech has finally fallen. I like me a Nike Tech though, I'm never gonna lie. But some people say we're entering a recession or whatever the case may be. Like this might save the YNs or whatever this dude trend. So let's get it popping.
Young black men are finally waking up. They ditching the ghetto, trashy streetwear and are finally assimilating with society. I ain't gonna cap. These brothers clean. They clean as hell.
I'ma just say this, Ralph Lauren been a trend. It been a trend. I just don't know why people don't do it enough. Maybe because, okay, now I'm about to sound like kind of messed up. Not everybody could afford Ralph Lauren, I guess. But like, Ralph Lauren been a thing. And I wish it was more of a thing. Like, you know, you see a lot of artists like Kodak or whoever else, like they wear the polo. They wear polo down. We polo down like Carlton. That's always been a nice look. And you can style it in your own way.
Hey, Fresh, got the matcha in their hand, all right?
We don't do Nike Tech. We don't do coffee. It's straight quarter zips and matchas around here. He was talking about putting on a Nike Tech to come outside. I told him, what are you doing? You upgraded in life. You wear glasses now. You wear quarter zips. Now, you don't do Nike Tech. You don't do those. Talk to him.
People be acting brand new for whatever reason, bro. Like, I swear. People just be acting brand new. They get something new happens in life. Like, you met a dude, like, they start dating somebody. They start acting brand new. People start acting brand new.
Yesterday I was in the hood. Today I'm wearing this sweater. I'm in Blank Street, gang. Change your life, gang. Put the tech down.
Tech down. Quarter zips up, you heard? Quarter zips and stop.
Zips up. So I like and dislike this trend. I love seeing young black men getting out of their comfort zone and trying new outfit styles. As you go through this trend, you just see how, you know, as black men, we be killing the fashion game. Anything we put on, we gonna look spiffy in it. Now, what I dislike, and hear me out, okay? Hear me out. It's low-key anti-black. Just even the fact that these quarter zips, which is associated with the white culture in a way, it's already put on a higher pedestal than streetwear, which is associated with.
I think I can give him that. I think quarter zips, yeah. And it's like, how can a piece of clothing is a part of a culture. Everybody has their own clothing culture, you feel me? But that does give white culture a little bit. But I don't find nothing wrong with it. Same way how, like, I don't find nothing wrong with, like, white girls wearing braids. It's just, if you like it, you know, it's no hate. They're just showing appreciation for the culture, you know? So I have nothing against
black people. We see this time and time again, but everything that black people do is always deemed ghetto until, you know, white people do it. So with this trend, they're like denouncing Nike Techs, which, by the way, costs more than these quarter zips. It's put down as, you know, for ghetto people and less than people, while the quarter zips are higher up, which is an example of how, you know, society already does black people. Anything that is associated with black culture is negative, and get rid of it. Don't do it. It's the same reason why in the corporate world you can't have dreads or you can't wear your hair in certain ways, have to be low cut. And it's like, why is that? Whose standard is that by? We know whose standard it is. And I love using this picture right here as an example of what America wants. With the Native Americans, you see on the left how they were originally. Through assimilation, this is how they want you to be. Anything that is a part of your culture, abandon it and just consume ours, you know? And then also, it's like, you can dress up in both ways, but for different occasions. If I'm
gonna just say this, because like this video is mainly about like why are people doing the quarter zip thing. I think it's good to be careful to realize how conscious people are of their actions. Like, just because one person might be participating in trend for one reason, that doesn't mean everybody's doing it for the same reason. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of people just like to play games. It'd be real harmless, especially a trend. A trend, man, people just do it for the hell of it. You feel me? And like, this could really be a joke. Like, some dudes probably never wore quarter zip in their life. They bought it just to hop on the trend and make a joke. Probably never drank matcha before, and just decided to drink it for the trend. You know what I mean? So that's one thing I want people to be cautious of. Like, not everything be so malicious, negative, nothing like that. Like, people do stuff for shits and giggles, and like some people take it way too serious. Or maybe that's a reflection of me, because I don't know. There just be some things. It's just like, bro, like this person's making a joke. And I've said it like on this channel too. Like, there's some content that we see. I'm like, bro, this has to be a joke. It has to be a joke. Like, even the one with the two dudes, like, bro, that clearly looked like a joke.
Going to the store to get groceries, my nigga, I'm not putting on no fucking suit. I'm gonna wear a hoodie. I'm gonna wear some sweatpants, some slides. I'm going to be comfortable. Now, if I'm going to a wedding or like a business meeting, of course, I'm going to wear a suit. I'm going to be more professional. This just reminds me of a trend that was going around on TikTok. It's always anti-black trends going around. Oh, I'm not Hellcat black. I'm this type of black. And it's like, what does that mean? And like, if you are that type of person who wears suits on regular day basis, then fine. Because I know people like that, and that's them. Also, you have people like me who would prefer more streetwear type of clothes. It doesn't change the person that I am. I still operate the same way. I'm very respectable. I'm very well-mannered. I'm going to still get the job done. But to hold this person to a higher standard because he dresses more, you know, professional than me is crazy, because guess what? I'm still gonna get the work done probably even better than him.
It's true. It's about appearance. People will take one look at you and make an assumption of you. Make up their own personal perception of you. You feel me? And what he's saying is absolutely right. And I be feeling the same way too. Like for example, I could dress up like a tomboy, and some people might look at me, oh, she might be gay. You feel what I'm saying? But like, whole time I'm not. You know what I mean? So it's just like, what you wear is an expression of you, but that doesn't have to mean anything negative. Like, just because I'm not dressed professional doesn't mean I can't be professional. You know what I mean? Or I can't still be a professional person in relaxed clothing. But that's just how society works, to take a look at you and that be the first judgment. So if they see you in this hoodie, in this sweats or whatever, and then you're coming at them all professionally, they kind of have to work through their mental block to work through their initial perception, their initial judgment of you. But that's human nature, y'all. That is human.
So these are the two dudes from the other video. But as y'all can see, I know this is just a joke, but they're like looking down on the dude with the Nike tech. They are dressed business casual, and you know, they feel better. Similar to how a lot of white people look down on black culture and think that black culture is bad. Do y'all kind of get where I'm going, all right?
Negro, please. Didn't somebody tell you this was an all-white party?
Yeah.
Someone
yeah.
get this boo away.
Get
Watch where you walk.
tech hoodlum.
What did you... Wait a minute. I'm white.
At first,
But it's like, I don't know who started it, but at the end of the day, it was social media or somebody on social media who started associating the Nike tech with being from the hood or whatever. Because at the end of the day, like, this is Nike, by the way. This is Nike. You think they made the Nike tech mentally thinking like, oh yeah, this is gonna be the hood aesthetic. This is gonna be the hood clothing. They made a hoodie. A hoodie was made. But it's people. It's us who create this. It's us who makes these type of associations. You don't think, and like I said, it's whatever it gets normalized. Like, people could start, let's say people in the hood start wearing the collar polo. And then we see it more and more on social media. We see more and more on the street. And then it starts getting associated. Oh, if they wearing that polo, they from the hood. You know what I mean? It's whatever we start seeing a lot more of.
thought I was tripping, but a lot of people do feel the same way as me. You know, maybe we just, I don't know.
The quarter zip Nike tech meme is literally just textbook classism, and I was gonna let y'all have y'all fun with this shit until I heard somebody say that the CIA is upset with the black community for wearing quarter zips. You think the CIA, the people who have resorted to putting drugs into our communities, undermining our leaders, and getting fathers out of the household, really give a fuck that you're conforming to white standards of professionalism? No.
Thank you. Summed it up.
I don't want this video to be misconstrued. If you like quarter zips and you like dressing up a certain way, dress that way.
Yeah.
But you can have it both ways, man. You can dress up professional and you can dress up in streetwear. Like, it doesn't have to be like I'm a quarter zip type of guy. Like, this is strictly what I wear.
And see, and this is what I mean. Like, this should be a joke, bro. It be a joke. And I understand, like, yeah, there probably are some dudes that are being dead serious. Like, oh, I'm a quarter zip. Like, I don't, and they're being dead serious. But like, a lot of times, this be a joke. Like, and I respect the brother for like trying to, you know, highlight the topic or whatever. But it's just like, it's a joke. Like, so, like, even though I'm just a girl, like, some girls say that and it's really just a joke. And yes, and then there's some girls that say that and they're really using that as an excuse on why they're failing in life. There is a difference. But let's not group people. I just wish people were more careful with like their dialect and their language. Like, I wish you would say some people. When you make it such a broad statement, it kind of feels like you're talking about everybody. And let's say I hopped on this trend and I was just doing a kiki haha type thing, and then I see this, I'd be kind of blown because it's just like, bruh, like, obviously I don't think this way. You know what I mean? So like, I say all the time, let's not group people.
I'm a Nike type of guy. Like, it's fucking stupid. And the people I've seen have issues with it can't exactly voice why they have an issue with it. So they come out looking like the fucking screaming lion versus the monkey. It's over. I've already made myself the Chad quarter-zip wearer type shit. The reason why you are angry is because it's classism. It's somebody being classist towards you, but doing it under the guise of a joke.
Yeah.
The quarter zip trend is a recession indicator, and a stone cold post-2000s great recession indicator at that. The idea that history doesn't repeat itself, but it most definitely rhymes, has never been more evident as it is today. If we look back at the '08 recession, it's crazy how much of the signs of it coming are reflected in what we are seeing now almost 20 years later. We can start with the quarter zips, which is not a bad trend by any means, but it reminds me of when...
I want to say something about the last thing about like the whole CIA. I can understand why somebody says that. You know what I mean? Because it's like, oh, you know, because people are associating, oh, with this quarter zip trend, there's going to be less YNs. And you know, the whole thing with the CIA, they trying to put people of color down. So it's like, oh, if there's less YNs, that's a problem. So I'm pretty sure that's like the reasoning behind a joke like that. Just wanted to say that.
Everybody was going to parties and clubs wearing business casual in the early 2000s. A lot of people argue that trend started based on the club discrimination that we often still see today. Like, if a club doesn't want black people, they usually can't just say that. But they can ban what they think black people like to wear. Thus the business casual in the club. And that marked the time period of the Great Recession, like what a lot of people like to call recession pop did. Recession pop was the music that was coming out around that time. Think LMFAO, Flo Rida, early Kesha, early Lady Gaga, Nicki Minaj's whole first album, and
My
even early Soulja
childhood.
Boy. But the idea that the demand for escapist, high-energy party songs with a fun or outright positive vibe would go up at a time when your average American would value an escape from a day-to-day life being heavily influenced by the economic downturn that caused the foreclosure, divorce, and unemployment rates to spike at that time. That's where they get the idea or the concept of recession pop from. And I'd argue, based on a few factors, that a lot of Americans, though for different reasons, feel like that today. And if you still don't believe we're seeing the signs of what's to come in these recession indicators, you're sitting here like, what does any of this prove? Know that Subway brought back the $5 footlong. Not without inflation, but they brought it back. Mind you, I was a 7th grader when they came out with that the first time, back in '08. My mom worked and would get home after me. Needless to say, there was more than a few $5 footlong nights during the week, and it made sense. Subway still wanted revenue while Americans had less money to spend. Americans had less money to spend due to the recession. What was the point of this video again?
So although this quarter zip trend, this dude right here is very handsome, by the way. It's a very handsome individual.
Please.
It's funny, and also I love to see young black men dressing out of their comfort zone. I'm not gonna lie, it's anti-black, but hear me out first. Throughout history, anything that black people have done, it's always connected to negativity or it's bad. And this does apply to the way we dress, you know, streetwear, Jordans, etc. My thing is with this trend, it's like you're putting on, you know, a quarter zip, which is probably more corporate, and then you denounce, you know, a Nike Tech, which is associated with black people. And it's so stupid because you can literally just wear both for different occasions. And what makes the quarter zip so much better? It's similar to how people love to praise the mob and the mafia when they used to commit some of the most heinous crimes.
You know, I can see, like I said, like, people just do stuff for the joke. You know what I mean? But I can see the conditioning behind it, because this is when, like, a little joke, a little hee ha ha, there's like an underlying serious thing going on behind it. And I see it, like, even one of the videos, the two dudes were wearing the quarter zip and the one dude was wearing the Nike Tech, and they're just looking down on him like, get your life in order. You know what I mean? And I can see how, like, that can, like, in a subconscious way, you know, condition people to look down on individuals that continue to wear the Nike Tech or the hood. Hoodies has always been a problem. Hoodie has, like, always been a problem. Like, you walk late at night, you walking outside with your hoodie on, like, you look suspicious. Especially if you're somebody of color, you look mad suspicious. So, like, fuck Nike Techs in general, like, just hoodies, like, that always made somebody of color, unfortunately, like, to the police, look suspicious for whatever reason. You know what I mean? So I can see how, like, it can make that outcome. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to start making people in a subconscious way look down on people, even if it's a joke. You know, when you do, and I say this, as humans, when we do something often enough, it becomes very serious. So it can start off being a joke, even though you tell your subconscious mind it could be a joke. It's not taking it as a joke, though. It's very serious. You can tell yourself, haha, I'm so ugly, haha. Say it enough times. Say it. Say it enough times. Say it. Your subconscious mind finds it real every single time. So same thing with the quarter zips, like in the Nike text. You might say it's a joke, yeah, you wear a Nike tech, like you lame, from the hood, like you're not trying to evolve in life, Say it enough times to yourself. Why, like, do you guys not know about the power of affirmations? The power of repetition, the power of auto-suggestion? Say it enough times, it starts changing your brain literally. So yeah, I could see the serious behind it, but that's where being mindful comes in. It's about being conscious. Like, for example, I can listen to gangster rap, for example. Yeah, there's probably some things that, like, are negative or detrimental or whatever the case may be. But if I'm being mindful, like, okay, this is not the life I want to live, like, bang, bang, like, I know I'm not going to live that life. You know, people just got to be mindful of what they're doing. And if you're mindful, I feel like it's okay. Because if you're mindful, it's not going to take control of you in a way that you don't see coming.
But hey, they used to dress nice. They wore suits. They was still doing crimes. Yeah. And I see people making statements like the CIA mad about this. No, this is what the CIA would want.
I just saw a white man comment, the quarter zip movement is doing more for the black community than the Black Lives Matter movement ever could. Yeah, and I would just like to take this time to remind y'all that respectability politics will never save the black community. Let's just remind y'all that they were still lynching black people with a full suit and tie on. It does not matter if you have on Nike Techs or a quarter zip. If they view you as a ghetto black man, that's how they're going to view you, either way. It does not matter if you're wearing Lululemon or a full business casual suit. If they view you as a ghetto black person, if they have that stereotype of black people in their minds, that's what they're going to view you as either way. And trying to be deemed as more respectable or more likable or more polished will not change their view of you or other black people.
Man, fuck them people. Like, I don't know how many times I gotta keep telling black people this. Now, if you want to dress up in a suit, then do that. But if you're doing these things, cutting your hair to appeal to them, to make them feel more safer, what the...
That has to really stem from low self-esteem. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Or conditioning or treatment from the right race, for example. Like, if you, every time you had an encounter with, like, somebody of the right race, like, it was just like a negative encounter. That has to stem from that, because for you to take that route to, like, consciously, like, oh, let me change my hair, let me change how I talk, let me change how I dress so I can appeal more to the right race, or just to another race in general, like, that has to stem from self-esteem, like low self-esteem, and you're not being proud of what you were born. We cannot control how we were born. Like, white people can control that they're white, and black people can't control that they're black. You were just born like that. You're just born like that. So, like, I personally don't feel like it's healthy to do something to appeal to a different race. Like, it's just appeal to yourself. Be yourself. Love yourself. Do it because you genuinely want to. Like the dude, I think his name is Antonio. Yeah, Antonio talks. Yeah, if you want to wear that suit, wear the suit. I mean, if you want to wear the sweatsuit, wear the sweatsuit. You know what I mean? But do it because you genuinely not want to do it, not because you trying to appeal to somebody else.
What's wrong with you, gang? Nothing that you do is going to make you, you feel me? Be you. Be you. If you are a person that dresses up that way, then that's perfectly fine. But don't change who you are to, get this, to... Y'all get what I'm saying, bro.
Like, I'm all for black people trying out different styles and aesthetics, but to act like those other styles are ghetto or low class, and a quarter zip is just so high class, and it just makes you so much better, it's just crazy to me.
Those are my thoughts on this whole situation, man. I want to start a discourse in the comments. Of course, black people aren't a monolith. Some black people feel the way I feel. Others feel differently, and that's perfectly fine. We can all come together, have an understanding of different, everybody's output, and just come to a resolution. Also,
everybody has their own take on this. I think one of my main point for this, like, why people doing the trend? Because it's just a trend. Simple as that. Why is people doing the quarter zip trend? Because it's what's popping. Some people would just hop on something because it's just popping. Or like, oh, let me do it. Ha ha, he he. And some people And the person who even made the trend, like I said, like, you don't know what their intentions was behind it sometimes, and that's how things end up playing out a lot of times. Like, it's like such a harmless thing, and then like there's a whole bunch of cons to it that the person who created it didn't see. But honestly, there's pros and cons to everything, to every single thing, believe it or not. Like, so I don't know. I personally feel like people just hopped on it because it was just a trend. I don't know. Like, I'm not saying everybody did it for the same reason. Some people probably do genuinely feel like this Nike test stuff is ghetto and they were waiting for a trend like this. Oh, thank God, because I was just so tired of people wearing that and how it made them look like, yes, let's do the quarter zips. Yeah, there's some people who feel that way, but how about some people just hopped on a trend because it was a trend? Anyway, thank y'all for tapping in. I hope y'all catch y'all next time.